The markets have gotten so crazy that they're making us think about price patterns at higher levels. Now you'll get to know in a moment what I'm talking about, because I continue to say this every day that we are bottoming out. And in some cases, we are not even making new lows, and that is the Bank Nifty. But each move up and down is now becoming a series of three waves. You can already see what I've done here. So what has ended up happening is, first this was up three waves. Then this has become a series of three down, three up, three, again three. Okay. And for that, basically this low breaks, so this rise becomes three waves. It can't be 1 2 1 2. Today this low broke, so it can't be 1 2 1 2. Again three waves. So now what you have is a visually looking triangle, all of which is developed above these highs that are happening. In fact, you're making higher highs, but there is no impulse. So I'm really wondering whether I have to take a truncated Z now as a triangle all the way till here, because it's not going to lower lows. Now if it did, then of course I would have a wave count change. But in the morning I was wondering if Nifty makes a low but Bank Nifty does 1 2 1 2. Now it's not even 1 2 1 2. So the only option is to take this whole segment as a triangle, and most probably as Z from here. So the last leg is a triangle, but instead of being an ending diagonal which is more downward slanting, it's more sideways in nature. Now I don't know, on a daily chart it may look very different, but in the daily chart you're sort of back to the lower Bollinger Band. But all of this being corrective cannot be taken as 1 and 2. That's my main point. Now you can come up with a complex way of doing 1 2, but I'm no more comfortable doing that, because then you're saying it's an ABC, is an expanded flat, there's no 5-wave decline, the WXY, so it doesn't really make sense. So this is the ideal outcome. Nifty, I had mentioned till yesterday that the visual is starting to look like an ED, though this fall being 5 was the confusing part. Though when I looked at it on some charts where you take a 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock closing price, this is 9:15, 10:15 on trading view, then you see 7 legs down here. So it could be corrective, though on lower degrees I feel it still looks like 5, but this low is broken. So how do you take this entire structure? So the only way is to stick with, because again here this is up 3, this is down 3. Now I have the same problem. This is up 3, this is down 5. The only answer can be maybe it's not 5. So while the Bank Nifty is formed a more sideways triangle from here, in fact all the way from here, this is way back. In Nifty we can't say this whole thing is a triangle, but we can say that this part is an ED. I mean, I don't know, if you want to argue, you can even argue, but I don't think this makes sense to take it like this. That this whole segment is a triangle. So I won't do that in the case of Nifty, at least, because structure is all different. Nifty structure is different and Bank Nifty structure is different. Here it's a big wave up. It can be an X. Now it's possible that this is X, then the triangle is still forming. That means this is A, B, C, D, E. More time wasting that can continue till expiry. It's possible. I mean, I don't know. Why not? And someone might even argue the same over here, that 3 3 hai. Why can't it be a series of 3 3 3? I mean, why can't this be the wedge after the 5-wave decline here? And now you're getting an ending diagonal in the 5th, which is A, B, C, and there's a D and a E, which means all you're going to do is go up a little bit here, come back here, and then only pick up. So maybe not immediately yet. So the upside here is around 22928. So if you don't cross 22928 or 22930, let's say, then one more retest of 22,700 will end up happening. Yeah, just have to be prepared for some more and more frustration, even as it's only a basing point. Like, it's supposed to bottom out, just spending time. Doesn't change my view just because it's spent time over here. This is not a major breakdown. And that is why I'll stick with the view. But unfortunately, the structure is continuously changing at the bottom end here and wasting time. Now, ideally with the mid and small cap already picking up, and it should not have, wasted so much time. We should have managed to get out of the woods. But that's what the market wants to do. I can't help it. So I guess I just leave it there. We just have to wait for this to complete and turn positive. And what I'm saying does mean that you can, maybe another day, I don't know whether it'll be positive or negative, if it wastes another day here doing that DE, Or else if the E is complete, as one of my Shivam, you'll all know, was showing me that the Sensex has already touched the lower end of this wedgish like looking pattern. So in fact, I don't know, visually I'm just seeing, and I need to check whether this and this are overlapped. So in this case, then we will not have that 5-wave issue also. This low is at 76044. This high is at 76. Am I getting it right? 7648. Sorry. This high 76059. So 044 and 059 definitely overlapping by 10 points. So it is overlapping. So I can take it as 33333. And in case of Sensex, we have a proper ED. So in Nifty, it's there, but it's a little more truncated because you didn't touch the lower line. In the Sensex, you came very, very close to the lower line, and that is why I find it a little interesting. So yeah, we can think it's done. We can think that we still do DE, and the cutoff point would be breaking out of the wedgish pattern, which is, like I said, 22930 for the Nifty, and for the Sensex it would be above 76,100. So that's when we would say, okay, this is done, and we have started the next move higher.